Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all will be fine in your home. So we are going to start our new chapter, chapter number 4, materials, metals and non-metals. In previous chapter we had studied about synthetic fibers and plastics. In this chapter we are going to discuss about materials like metals and non-metals. So metals and non-metals are found in the earth crust. Okay, everywhere you have seen around you so many materials are there. Among them, how many are metals and non-metals? How you will identify this all? So in this chapter we discussed about the physical and chemical properties of metal. By this you get the difference between metals and non-metals. So first of all, so many material things have different shape and sizes, color, everything of these materials are different, and they occupy space. Whenever you put it, they occupies space. So anything which occupies space is called space and mass. They are called as matter. Okay, they are called as matter. Like whatever you have seen in your daily life, chair, bucket, pencil, rubber, cutter, desk, bench, whatever it is, so they occupy space and mass is called matter. So we have to divide this matter into elements and compounds. So first of all, what is element? Element are the substance which cannot be split up into two or more simpler form. मतलब ऐसा substance are the elements are the substance which cannot be split up. जैसे कोई चीज़ दो चीज़ों से मिलके बनी होती, like this pencil, graphite and wood is there. This is graphite and this is wood. So it is not called an element, it is called compound because it is made up of two or more substance. But only when you talk about this graphite, it is made up of only one element. Okay, so graphite is a element? No, it is a compound because it is made up of several types, because it is made up of carbon. Okay, so you can say element is a substance which cannot be split up into two or more simpler substance by usual chemical method. ऐसे सब्सटेंस जो वन और टू सब्सटेंस से मिलके नहीं बने होते और वो स्प्लिट अप नहीं हो सकते बाय यूजिंग एनी केमिकल मेथड, दैट टाइप ऑफ सब्सटेंस आर कॉल्ड एज एलिमेंट. Usual chemical method like applying heat, light and electric energy. Iron, oxygen and magnesium are the best example of element because they are not the mixture of, or they are not made up of two or more element. Iron, oxygen and magnesium are the example of element. Okay, now also these elements can be classified into three types: metals, non-metals and metalloids. These are the three types: metals, non-metals and metalloids, depending upon their physical and chemical properties. Elements has been divided into three types: metals, non-metals and metalloids. Now first one, metals. Iron, copper, tin, gold, etc. are the metals. In general, metals are hard and shiny in appearance. So in general you can say metals are hard and shiny in appearance. Now non-metals: sulfur, phosphorus, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon are non-metals. In general you can say they are not so hard. Most of them are dull in appearance. This is the basic difference between metals and non-metals, that metals are hard and shiny and non-metals are dull in appearance and they are not so hard. And metalloids. Some elements have certain properties of metal and some have properties of non-metals. They are called as metalloid. Like the elements which have properties of both metals and non-metals, so they are called as metalloids. They have both the properties, metals and non-metals. So they are called as metalloids. Arsenic, antimony, germanium are the example of metalloid. So element has been divided into three types: metals, non-metals and metalloids. The basic difference between metals, non-metals and metalloids are: metals are shiny and hard in appearance, non-metals are not so hard and they are dull in appearance. Metalloids, they have both the properties of metals and non-metals. They are called as metalloids. So these are the three elements. Now occurrence of metals and non-metals. occurrence मतलब कहाँ ये मिलते हैं, where they get found. Okay, simple, they are found in the earth crust. earth crust, the main source of metals and non-metals are earth crust. Okay, almost all the rocks contain metals and non-metals which are present in our earth crust. So these minerals form which the metals can be extracted conveniently and profitably are called as ores. So those metals which are convenient, we can easily get this from where, that are called as ores. Extracted, these metals are extracted from ore. Simple, you can say the metals is extracted from ores. In the ore certain impurities are present that are called as gangues. Okay, they are called as gangues. Along with metallic minerals, the impurities are called as gangues. Ores. We extract metals and non-metals. Simply you can write elements. And this metals and non-metal, one impurity is also present, that is called as gangues. Okay. These are the metals is obtained from the ores. Along with the metals, some impurities are present which is called as gangues. In the earth crust, metals are found in their combined state or in free state. So in the earth crust, metals are found in combined state or also or in the free state. Combined state मतलब किसी other metals के साथ combine करके भी होते हैं और they found freely also. Okay, simple, the meaning of combined state and free state. So here are some non-metals and their occurrence. Nitrogen. In free state atmosphere, about 78% of air. We all know that atmosphere is the gas which has the highest present percentage rate in our atmosphere is 78%, and in combined state as constituent of some minerals like potassium nitrate KNO3, and in combined state it formed with the potassium called potassium nitrate KNO3. फ्री स्टेट इन एटमॉस्फेयर 78% एंड इन कंबाइंड स्टेट KNO3 पोटेशियम के साथ कंबाइन होकर प्रेजेंट है. ओके, नाउ हाइड्रोजन. हाइड्रोजन इज एबंडेंट एलिमेंट इन द यूनिवर्स फाउंड इन द सन एंड स्टार्स. ओके, द सन एंड स्टार्स आर मेड अप ऑफ हाइड्रोजन. एबंडेंट मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा. ओके, on the earth occurs as constituent of water, petroleum and natural gases, coal etc. वाटर के साथ H2O, पेट्रोलियम के साथ नेचुरल गैसेस, कोल, सबके साथ कंबाइन फ्री स्टेट में भी प्रेजेंट होता है, कंबाइंड स्टेट में भी प्रेजेंट होता है. ऑक्सीजन. ऑक्सीजन वी ऑल नो दैट इट इज प्रेजेंट इन द फ्री स्टेट इन अवर एटमॉस्फेयर अबाउट 21%, एंड कंबाइंड स्टेट विथ वाटर. Most abundant element in the earth crust is combined state as oxides and carbonates of metal. It is the most abundant material in the earth crust in combined state as oxides and carbonates of metal. Okay, एटमॉस्फेयर में प्रेजेंट है 21% और कंबाइंड स्टेट में प्रेजेंट है, कंबाइंड स्टेट में ऑक्साइड्स और कार्बोनेट्स ऑफ मेटल के रूप में प्रेजेंट है. ओके, नाउ कार्बन. इट इज इन फ्री स्टेट एज ग्रेफाइट, कोल एंड डायमंड. मैंने पहले ही स्टार्टिंग में बताया था, ग्रेफाइट इज मेड अप ऑफ कार्बन, कार्बन एटम से कनेक्ट करके बना हुआ है. सिंपल कोल भी वैसे ही और डायमंड भी, डायमंड में भी कार्बन, डायमंड इज ऑल्सो मेड अप ऑफ कार्बन एटम्स. इन कंबाइंड स्टेट एटमॉस्फेयर में एज CO2 एंड इन द अर्थ क्रस्ट एज कार्बोनेट्स एंड कार्बोनेट्स ऑफ मेटल. अर्थ क्रस्ट में प्रेजेंट है एज अ कार्बोनेट्स ऑफ मेटल्स. कंबाइंड स्टेट में CO2, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. नाउ सल्फर. It occurs in free state in the earth crust. In combined state, it is found as metal sulfates and sulfides. Metal sulfates and sulfides. फ्री स्टेट में भी प्रेजेंट है, कंबाइंड स्टेट में सल्फाइड और सल्फेट्स के रूप में प्रेजेंट है. सो दीज आर द अकरेंस ऑफ सम नॉन मेटल्स. दे आर प्रेजेंट इन द अर्थ क्रस्ट, sorry, they are present in the atmosphere in free state and in the earth crust or with the metals in combined state. Okay, now so the occurrence of metal depends on the nature of the metals and their activity. Simple, किसी भी चीज़ के अगर हम लोग occurrence of properties देखें तो it depends upon the nature of the matter and about their properties and their reactivities. In metals, it is depends upon their reactivity series. For example, iron, copper, etc. are found in combined state, and gold, platinum, etc. are found in free state. Gold, platinum, they are not found in combined state. Okay, they found in only free state. Gold हमेशा free state में रहेगा, किसी के साथ combine नहीं होता. Okay, because gold and platinum are the purest metal. Okay, or like iron, copper, they found in combined state also or free state also. A few metals like sodium, potassium, and calcium are also found in sea water. Now, non-metal exist in earth crust in combined state as oxides, carbonates, phosphates, etc. Some non-metal exist in free state as well as combined state. For example, oxygen occur in free state in the atmosphere, or oxygen is present in the combined state in the water. ठीक है, जैसे देखो metals का ऐसा है कि they found in combined state or free state. हर जगह exception होते हैं. Everywhere there will be exceptional cases there, like gold and platinum are found in free state but they never found in combined state. But in metals like iron and copper, they found in combined state also. And like non-metals also, they also found in the earth crust in combined state or free state. Combined state में like oxides, sulfates, carbonates, phosphates. Okay, or they also found in free state also, like oxygen देख लो, ऑक्सीजन इज अ नॉन मेटल बट इट इज फाउंड इन कंबाइंड स्टेट ऑल्सो एंड फ्री स्टेट ऑल्सो. फ्री स्टेट में कैसे हमारे एटमॉस्फेयर में प्रेजेंट होता है 21%. कंबाइंड स्टेट में वाटर देख लो H2O, इट इज मेड वाटर इज मेड अप ऑफ 2 मॉलिक्यूल्स H and O, हाइड्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन. तो कंबाइंड स्टेट में भी है. Likewise, there was exceptional cases there that metals and non-metals are both found in combined state also and free state also. Now the series here, noble gas exists only in free state. The noble whatever the noble gases are there, they only exist in free state. Like iodine is a non-metal found in seawater. It is found in seawater. Now, the series of processes carried out to extract pure metals from their ores are called metallurgy. मैंने स्टार्टिंग में भी बताया था, दिस metals are present in the rocks form they found in the ores. अब हम इसको अलग कैसे करते हैं? How we will extract pure metal from the ores? The process is called as metallurgy. By the process called metallurgy, in your syllabus this is not actually the whole process is given, but the process called metallurgy. By this process we will extract pure metals from the ores. Some important ores are bauxite, Al2O3, 2H2O. देखो इसमें सारे टाइप के मेटल्स और नॉन मेटल्स हैं, हाइड्रोजन, ऑक्सीजन, एल्यूमिनियम. सो बॉक्साइट में सारे होते हैं. आयरन पाराइड्स Fe2S, इसमें आयरन और सल्फर. हेमालाइट FeO3, 2H2O. So this is formed in impure form, and copper glands CuS. From this ores, by the process of metallurgy, we can extract pure metals like iron, aluminium, oxygen, hydrogen, copper, sulfur, etc. Okay. Now we are going to start the physical properties of metals and non-metals. So the physical properties of metals and non-metal has been divided in 11 types. 11 physical properties हैं इसके. What are the physical properties are? Let's start. Now first one is physical state. State मतलब किस form में है? Whether they are solid, they are liquid, they are gas. So metals are solid at room temperature. Most of the metals are solid at room temperature. Only one, liquid, mercury is only one metal which is liquid at room temperature. ये one word question भी बनता है. This is one word question. It is important. Remember, mercury is only metal which is found liquid at room temperature, but most of the metals are solid at room temperature. Metal known occur liquid state in nature at room temperature. No metal exists in gaseous state. कोई भी metal gaseous state में नहीं रहता. Metals, I am asking about metals, not non-metals. Okay. Now Non-metals are generally solids or gases. They are not in liquid state. Non-metals like sulfur, phosphorus and carbon are solids. Non-metals like hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen are gases. ठीक है, जैसे स्टार्टिंग में बताया था, they found in solid state or gas state. So some of them found in solid state and some of them are in gas state. But bromine is the only non-metal which exists as liquid at room temperature. एक्सेप्शनल हर जगह होता है, मैंने स्टार्टिंग में इस चैप्टर के बताया था, एक्सेप्शनल हर जगह होता है. सो यू हैव टू रिमेंबर दिस. जैसे ये चैप्टर पढ़ो ऑनलाइन क्लासेस में, यू प्लीज टेक पेन, प्लीज पुट पेंसिल with yourself, take pencil and underline the important terms. That mercury is only metal which is found liquid at room temperature, metal, and bromine is only non-metal which is found liquid at room temperature. These are the two metals and non-metals which found only liquid at room temperature. No metals are found in gaseous state, but non-metals are generally solid or gas. Or you can do one thing also, you can write the important points. अगर तुमको टिक करना इजी वे में लगता है तो टिक कर लेना, और उसको लिखना अगर इजी लगता है, सो यू कैन राइट इन योर साइंस कॉपी. ओके, नाउ second one is malleability and brittleness. The property which allow the metals to be hammered into thin sheets or foils is called malleability. Simple. Ductility is different and malleability is different, but most of the time we pronounce the word like in same sequence, malleability and ductility, but these are different. Malleability means it is a property in which a metal is allowed to be hammered into thin sheets or foils. पतली शीट्स, उनको जितना तुम हैमर करो, मारो उसको हथौड़े से, तो वो पतले शीट्स में कन्वर्ट हो जाए और इट विल बी converted into thin foils. So this property is called malleability. Most of the metals are malleable, like gold, silver, aluminium and copper are highly malleable metals. Gold, silver, aluminium and copper are highly malleable metals. Because of this property of metals, they are very useful to us. Okay, this is by this property these metals are very useful to us. For example, aluminum foils are very widely used for safe packaging of foodstuff, medicine and chocolates. Okay, you can see this aluminium foil in your daily life, your medicines, whatever the medicines we were used, they are used for by the aluminium sheet is used to packaging of this medicine, and this aluminium foil we used to package our food stuff. Okay, now however, zinc metal breaks into pieces on hammering, so zinc is a brittle in nature. But zinc is the only metals which can be breaks into pieces, after hammering. Okay, malleability and brittleness is the topic. So malleability, all the metals are malleable because they when we hammer them, they will allow to convert into thin sheets and foils. Okay, most of the metals are malleable, but zinc is the only metals which breaks into pieces when we hammer it. Okay, so zinc is brittle in nature. Zinc is brittle in nature. Now non-metals are non-malleable. They are not converted into thin sheets or foil after hammering. They can breaks into small pieces after but when we hammer, they can be breaks up into small pieces. So the property due to which non-metal breaks up into pieces on hammering is called brittleness. Metals are malleable because they converted into sheets and foils after hammering, and non-metals breaks into pieces after hammering, so they are brittle in nature. Brittleness. Non-metals are generally brittle. For example, sulfur and coal breaks up into small pieces on hammering. You have seen coal, when you hammered it, it will be converted into small pieces, not converted into small thins and foils. So sulfur, all the non-metals are brittleness, are brittle because they converted into small pieces after hammering. Such as but some non-metals such as hydrogen and oxygen in gaseous state and bromine is in liquid state, so they do not show the property of brittleness. As you all know that bromine is the only liquid which have the which is liquid at room temperature. So and oxygen and hydrogen are in gaseous state, so that they do not shows the brittleness properties. Okay, so this is malleability and brittleness. Malleability metals and brittleness non-metals. Exception here is also there. Now ductility. Third one is ductility. Most of the metals can be drawn into or stretched into thin wires. The property which allows the metals to be drawn into thin wire is called ductility. So the property at which a metal is allowed to drawn into thin wires, they are called this property is called as ductility. जब metals thin wires में convert हो जाते हैं, that property is called as ductility. Wires कैसे, जो हम लोग घर में use करते हैं ना, देखो copper wire. This is a wire which we use in our home, in our electrical appliances. This is the wire. It's called ductility. ठीक है? Like gold, silver among the best ductile metals. You have seen this is a gold jewelry, है ना? ये एक thin wire में है, folded wire जैसा है. So gold and this also silver, ये भी wire में है gold. So this gold and silver, these two metals shown the good properties of ductility. ठीक है. ज्वेलरी जो मेड ज्वेलरी जिससे बनी होती है, गोल्ड और सिल्वर से ज्वेलरी बनी होती है. यू हैव सीन द ज्वेलरीज, हाउ मच डिजाइंस आर मेड बाय दिस ज्वेलरीज. सो वो कैसे एक थिन वायर्स में कन्वर्ट होते हैं, कैसे वो डिजाइंस बनते हैं. सो दिस मैटर्स गोल्ड एंड सिल्वर शोज द बेस्ट डक्टाइल प्रॉपर्टी. ओके, और जैसे देखो मेबिलिटी में इनको, ये जो मेटल्स हैं, कॉपर है, सिल्वर है, तो इनको हैमर्ड करके ही तो ऐसे पतले थिन शीट्स में कॉइन में कन्वर्ट किया गया है. तो दे सोन द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ मेबिलिटी. सी, ओके. सो मोस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स एग्जाम्पल यू हैव सीन इन योर डेली लाइफ, आसपास तुम्हारे चल रहा होता है और तुमने देखा भी है. सो यू कैन सी द एग्जाम्पल्स अराउंड यू ऑल्सो. ओके, नाउ हो गया. Copper and aluminium, iron and magnesium metals can be easily drawn into thin wires. As I told you that copper, aluminium, iron and magnesium are the metals which can be easily turned into thin wires, drawn into thin wires. So they are very ductile. The wires made inside the electric cables are mostly made up of copper metal. As I told you, they are made up of copper metal. Tungsten is used to making filaments of bulb. Here, have you seen the bulb? Have you ever seen a bulb? But you can't think so. Okay, कभी सोचा नहीं होगा इन सब चीज़ों के बारे में, लेकिन आप कभी भी बल्ब को देखो तो उसमें एक फिलामेंट होता है, like this. A filament is there. This is called tungsten. उसको हम लोग टंगस्टन बोलते हैं. कभी देखना, अब कभी देखोगे बल्ब तो प्लीज़ उसको एक बार सोचना कि मतलब ऑब्जर्व करना. Once you will observe, then you are able to understand what I'm telling you. Now, non-metals are non-ductile. When you stretch the non-metals like sulfur and phosphorus break into pieces and do not form wires. So, कभी भी non-metals को तुम लोग stretch करोगे, whenever you hammer or stretch it, they are not converted into thin wires. They breaks up into small pieces. So, you can say that metals show the ductility property and non-metals do not have ductility property. Okay, metals like gold and silver are the best ductile metals. and carbon, aluminium, iron and magnesium are also shows the ductile property. This is ductility property of metals and non-metal. Now fourth one, luster. Luster मतलब shining property. Lustrous metal होता है, that's like silver and gold. They are most lustrous metals. They have shining properties. This property is a metallic. Metals have shining surface, so this property is called metallic luster. The shiny surface of metals makes them good reflection of light. Due to this shiny surface, they are called good. They have good reflection of light because of their metallic luster. Gold, silver and platinum metals are used for making jewelry and decorative articles. This is gold, sorry, this is silver and this is gold. So these, due to this, their shining properties, metallic shining properties, they are used to make jewelries like necklace, rings, है ना, earrings, etc. and decorative items. So due to their shining property, they are used to make jewelries. Now the glass mirrors have thin coated of a metal. जो हम लोग ग्लास मिरर यूज़ करते हैं ना, दे बैक साइड में वो थिन, उनमें एक कोट लगा होता है मेटल्स का. सो दे आर एट द बैक विच एक्ट एज अ रिफ्लेक्टर ऑफ लाइट. सो द लाइट, they are called as the reflector of the light reflect होता है, then we are able to see our image in the mirror. Okay, now non-metal do not show shining properties, they are dull in appearance. In starting मैंने बताया था ना, मेटल्स नॉन मेटल्स में डिफरेंट बिटवीन हार्ड होता है और शाइनिंग प्रॉपर्टी होती है. नॉन मेटल्स आर सॉफ्ट एंड दे आर डल इन अपीयरेंस, एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द नॉन मेटल्स आर डल इन appearance, they do not show the shining property. So conclusion is there, metals have metallic clusters because they shown the shining property, they have shiny surface, and non-metals do not have shining appearance, they are dull appearance. Example iodine and graphite. इसमें दे हैव डल अपीयरेंस, कोई नॉन मेटल्स के पास शाइनिंग प्रॉपर्टी नहीं होता, बट आयोडीन एंड ग्रेफाइट सो सम शाइनिंग प्रॉपर्टीज, सम लस्चर, उनमें थोड़ी सी लस्चर होती, दे शो सम शाइनिंग प्रॉपर्टीज. कौन कौन से? ग्रेफाइट और आयोडीन. ओके, नाउ फिफ्थ वन, कंडक्टिविटी ऑफ हीट. Metals are good conductor of heat, whereas non-metals are poor conductor of heat. Simple, metals are good conductor of heat and non-metals are poor conductor of heat. For example, you can say silver is the best conductor of heat, followed by copper. Copper and silver, they both are good conductor of heat. Aluminium and iron also a good conductor of heat. For this reason, metals like aluminium, iron and copper are used to making utensils and water boilers both. So silver, copper, they are best conductor of heat, but aluminium and iron are also good conductor of heat. So mostly our utensils are made up of iron, copper and aluminium because they are good conductor of heat. However, bismuth is a poor conductor of heat. Bismuth is a metal, but it is a poor conductor of heat. नॉन मेटल्स आर पुअर कंडक्टर ऑफ हीट. सिंपल, हम लोग स्टार्टिंग में ही इस टॉपिक के पढ़े थे. मेटल्स एंड नॉन मेटल्स में मेटल्स आर गुड कंडक्टर बट नॉन मेटल्स आर पुअर कंडक्टर ऑफ हीट. डायमंड इज द ओनली नॉन मेटल विच इज गुड कंडक्टर ऑफ हीट. एक्सेप्शनल केस हर जगह है. मेटल्स एंड नॉन मेटल्स चैप्टर में एक्सेप्शन इज देयर. ऑल द नॉन मेटल्स आर पुअर कंडक्टर ऑफ हीट एक्सेप्ट डायमंड, a form of carbon. स्टार्टिंग में मैंने बोला था डायमंड इज द ओनली नॉन मेटल विच इज गुड कंडक्टर ऑफ हीट. all the metals are good conductor of heat and non-metals are bad conductor of heat, except diamond is a non-metal which is good conductor of heat. So but by this property, metals are good conductor of heat. All the utensils and water boilers are made up of aluminium, iron and copper. Okay, so student, rest of the topic we will continue in our next class. Hope you will understand the chapter, and whatever query you have, you ask me, and enjoy your online classes. Thank you.